Congratulations, y'all. We did it, man. We finally ended physical media for games, man. Everybody give a outstanding round of applause for yourself, for us. We did it, y'all. No more physical games, man. No more owning it. But we did it. You know why we did it? We did it for comfortability, right? Most people, they stream their music. People don't own their music, and nobody puts up a fuss or argument about that. Everybody's on Spotify, everybody's on YouTube. Artists are getting paid 0.000 cent, right? We stream our movies. They spend millions of dollars on movies. They spend millions of dollars on music, and it comes out way more often than video games do. But yet they just now put an end to physical media. We want to say that it's anti-consumer, and it is. We've been very anti-consumer for a very long time. It doesn't just start and stop with video games. The reason that the decision was made was because the people have already shown how anti-consumer they are, right? Look how accepting we have been to certain AI, right? Maybe, we don't like it to mess around with the art or the generative AI, but it's fine if it's a picture of you, or it's fine if it, creates a flyer, because who cares about the art of a flyer when there used to be tastemakers and people who would put together these things and to make them eye-catching and add all these details. We are killing the art. We're killing the art. Now, what would be the best way to change this? Is to sacrifice. Sacrifice what, you ask? Sacrifice what? Sacrifice being comfortable. The reason we are not seeing the changes that we want to see, because we're never willing to sacrifice our comfortability. You as an individual and us as a collective have to choose what and where we're sacrificing. I'm going to make another video explaining how I don't use music streaming anymore. I host my own server now for music, and I purchase music from Bandcamp. I do take some alternative methods, but when I do have the money, especially for, local art, because I definitely believe the money should be spent within your communities and given to smaller creators, because smaller creators spend a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of money and a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make the things that we love. So whether it is going to a show, whether it is buying an album, whether it is buying merch, it is up to us to not just settle for, new music's coming out every Friday, or a new game is coming out every other week. Grand Theft Auto is dropping for $100. Yeah, it's $80, but the full game is for $100 with no physical disc. But we've already collectively made the choice. People could say, I still buy physical games too. I do. I do a mixture, but we are all a part of the cause of this happening. When things trend, things first happen in the tech spaces first. Gaming is right underneath the tech space. You see the rising cost of video games, the rising cost of RAM and storage and all these pieces. We're starting to see it trickle down from the top down low. And then from the other side, from the art side, since it's so subjective, right? We're willing to say F the artist. We're willing to say F the movie director, the writers, because we just stream their stuff. Everything's streamed. You don't own that. When the last time you went out and bought a movie? When the last time you went out and bought a song? I believe if we really want to see a change, that we're going to have to sacrifice a lot of our comfortability. You're going to have to start ordering from Amazon or a mom and pop shop and start getting your games from now on. But that's going to take a collective. That's going to take everybody to want to do that. But can we do it? Can we all go out and buy this new Wolverine game physical? Can we all do that to make a statement? Or should we just reserve our money and not give it to anybody and just hold it and boycott these things because these things aren't ours? And people can say, oh, you don't own the physical. You don't own the physical anyway. You're just owning a license. Well, I actually have it. It's tangible. It's a tangible item. I can give it to somebody. I can let somebody hold it. I can sell it if I want to. So there's a difference. But what sacrifices are you personally willing to make? I'm willing to make sacrifices. I don't know what I think some of the gaming sacrifices would be just buying in store or getting it shipped to your house. Do you actually need to have it at 12 midnight every time it releases? Do you really need that? And if you are doing that, are you supporting your local game stores to have a midnight release or anything like that? Are you creating community within your community to make safe spaces like that? That's what I think it's about at the end of the day. But we all have to be comfortable. We can't just be sitting making petitions and like, oh man, I hope somebody listens to us. Sony doesn't care. Sony has been behind music, movies, video games, technology. Honestly, they're the last ones to the race. They tired of all this manufacturing costs because it's only raising. The tariffs is going crazy. They probably take money to ship this game from here to here. I think, honestly, we should be giving Sony more respect. I think we should be showing Sony just a little bit more respect because they've been holding on and holding strong for a decent amount of time. Now, us as the consumers, when are we going to buck the system and decide, hey, the fact that physical games are leaving makes me uncomfortable, so instead of buying digitally, or we won't support the next thing. We won't support the PS6. Or they come out with a shiny new PSP or whatever, the PS5 portable, whatever it's going to be. Let's not support it. I think that's the best case scenario. When you do the consumer wrong, what happened? Oh, the customer's always right. The customer's always right. But we need a large percentage of us to stand and band together to be able to pull something off like this. Nintendo already has the game key card situation. You can at least still hold the game sooner or later. But I think Nintendo's kinda they're old school. I think physical is a part of their heritage. It's a part of their culture of a brand, but who knows how long they'll decide to stay on. We don't even have to speak on Xbox. We don't even know what the hell's going on over there. I mean, but you got to think they were the lead on streaming games, right? Oh man, we can get to a whole nother conversation. I might have to make a whole nother separate video, but they were literally leading streaming games, and then they're now receiving all this negative backlash and all these job losses and all these studio shutdowns, right? Because it's too much for the consumer. A consumer doesn't want to have 900 games that can be streamed. A consumer want 10 fly ass games they can play, 10 hard ass games, undeniable shit that they can play with their friends. I talk to the homies when I'm playing a game. It's like, bro, what the fuck? Me and my homie was playing Uno the other day on the PS5. If you would have told me in 2005 or in 2006 that 20 years later I'd be playing Uno on the PS5 instead of some super fly crazy shit, like some whole other shit, I believe you'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, you think I'm playing Uno in 20 years on the PS5? Here we are. This is 2026. That's what fun looks like with your friends, because everybody wants to make a free-to-play, whatever. Oh, I can go on forever, man. And I'm not going to. I'm going on a tangent here. But what are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to sacrifice your comfortability to see if this physical game thing is just a, just a phase? This, ending of physical games is a phase? Or what are you, what are you going to do? It's your boy, Johnny Cap. please hit the like and subscribe button. If you like videos like this, and yeah, comment down below. I want to see what you guys think, because I've been liking people's perspective on it, but then again, it's just like, we did it to ourselves. We might not necessarily start it with games, but it happened somewhere. It did it somewhere, somehow, with other things for years, for at least the last 10, 12 years, you know. But let me know what you think down below. Hit that like button. Hit that dislike button if you ain't feeling me. It's your boy Johnny Cap. Peace.